Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance. Today's tool review, we're going to be looking at some of the Mini Crossline Lasers from Klein Tools. These are both on sale right now. They have a green version and also a red version. They're on sale at Amazon. I'll put links in the description for that. And I think they're also on sale at Lowe's. I'll put those in the shop button. So it wasn't too long ago that I had a tool haul where I talked about the Klein Tools. This is the green Mini Crossline Laser with plumb. So this one's a little bit bigger, even though it is classified as a mini. Well, these two right here, these are the two that are on sale, and they are really small. If you compare that even to what this is being called a mini, it's essentially the same level as this without that plumb feature. So this one has that cross line. Don't know how well you'll be able to see that over there, but you also get a plumb bob. You can probably see the green dot showing up right here. That's basically the ad for this one. This one's going to run you $109. This one's not on sale, but these right here, the green version is $70, and then the red version I think is on sale for $55. So these are very compact. You can kind of see it there with my hand. Super small. These are going to fit in your pack out drawers or whatever brand of drawers it is that you're using. Let me get a measurement here just so you have an overall. So this is with the actual magnetic base on there. You're looking at roughly 4 inches in height, then also around 4 inches in width this way. And then you're probably looking at about maybe 2 1/4. So that's one of the smaller laser levels that I've seen. Now, granted, it is just a cross line, and most of the time I'm dealing with 3-plane lasers, so that might be the case. But again, I do like the size of it, and that's with this on here. So if you were to take this off, this stand with the magnets, it's going to be even smaller, more compact. Of course, you're going to have to find something to set this on. So it does have a 1/4-20 hookup right here. And this is the green one. Red one, everything I'm saying about the green is identical on the red one, except for the fact that the laser on this one's green and the other one is red. So you have the 1/4-20 right here, but without it, you're looking at about 3 1/4 inches by 3 1/4. And then probably about the same on that by 2 1/4. So again, there it is in my hand as far as size comparison right there. Very small, under $100, under $75 for a green laser. Green kind of makes all the big difference in my opinion, even though if you don't need it, it's cheaper to get the red. But you can see here, I've got both of them on my garage door side by side with one another. And then if I go over here where I have the red and the green showing up, in this lighting mode right here, you can easily see the red and the green, but now if I turn on a little bit more light, you can kind of see how that red disappears, and yet that green is still there. That's kind of the big difference between red and green. It's kind of the lighting that you work in. So like if you work in an office space with really bright fluorescent lights and things like that, you for sure need to get a green laser. Now, if you work out in the industrial field, where you're kind of inside of factories and stuff, the lighting's not like crazy bright a lot of times in those areas. So if you're running conduit or something and you want to use it, red might show up if you want to save a few bucks, but I would definitely recommend the green. At least for my eyesight anyways, the green shows up way better. I really like the green, and that's my personal preference. So as far as in the box, what do you get? You're going to get the laser itself. It comes with this case right here. So this is the case that it fits into. It's a zipper case. It also comes with 2 AA batteries. I went ahead and just put some different batteries in here, but it stays in there like that, even with your stand on there as well, nice and compact. So you have some protection in that case. And then the batteries just go in right here with a Phillips #2 screwdriver. So it takes 2 AAs. So you can either, keep changing those out, get you some rechargeable ones, whatever you want to do with that. But they just go in right here like that. Then you put this back. I do kind of wish that there was a way to do it without having to have a screwdriver, but in most cases, if you're buying a Klein Tools level, you probably have a screwdriver next to you. So the stand, now there's no adjustments or anything on this. It also will go onto a tripod if you want to use it. There is a 1/4-20. There's 2 magnets here. They are fairly decent. You can see, again, I've got them both on my garage door, even kind of smacking it around a little bit. It doesn't come off, and even raising my garage door up all the way and letting it ride along with that, and then lowered it back down. Neither one of these levels fell off there. They both hung strong, so the magnets are at least fairly decent. And again, just to put this on there, you just kind of twist it on there and use it like this. It's small enough and compact enough with this base. I don't necessarily know that I would probably ever take it off of there, but again, if you need it a little bit smaller, you can obviously do that as well. Now again, the only downside to these in my opinion is this stand. There's no like micro adjust up and down, so you're going to have to constantly move your level, just bumping it up to get to whatever line you're wanting to work on. Like you can't just magnetize this to something, then twist a knob and raise your level up and down a little bit. That's the case a lot of times with crossline lasers. Sometimes to get to that aspect of it, you have to buy a 3-plane laser of some sort, which I don't think you'll find any 3-plane laser in the same price range as what these are right now. Again, $70 for the green, $55 for the red. Those are the two that are currently on sale. This one is $109. And again, the only difference with this one is that plumb bob feature, which you can see right there. That would be something that would be handy for a lot of people out there. This isn't going to give you that. This is only going to give you the cross line. You're only going to have that horizontal and vertical lines in green or in red. Whereas with this one, you're going to get that and that plumb bob feature. But let me go ahead and get the box and give you some specs. So the green says it's up to 50-foot working range. They are both self-leveling, so I can sit there and move this around and you'll see it's going to level itself. Same thing with the red. You might can see the red back there or not. Let me change the lighting real fast. Now you can see the red back here. So you can see I can kind of move them around. They're going to level themselves. You're going to get that plumb line. You're going to get a level line. 50 foot on the green. The red is 35. So again, there's another reason to spend that extra 15 bucks just right there. IP54 rated. Here is the back side of the red box. If you want to pause, zoom in and read any of that, made in China. And then here is the back of that green box. I'm sure probably not a lot of difference between the two, maybe other than that working range right there. So again, you're going to get the case to put them in. You're going to get the laser itself. You're going to get this magnetic mount. Also mounts on a tripod. If you're somebody that doesn't have a laser yet and you don't want to spend $150 to $300 to maybe even $600 for a fancy 3-plane laser, you're just kind of starting to get into it. Maybe one of these is a good fit for you. I think they're pretty good value at the price that they are right now on sale. And I've actually had this one in my truck and been using it. Since I made that tool haul video, it's been working out great. So I'm okay with the Klein tool lasers anyways. I've used one enough now that I feel pretty good about them as far as the accuracy and all those kinds of things. But let me know what you think about them in the comments below. Also, if you have been using any of these, any Klein tools laser, and you've had good success with them, hanging pictures, framing, putting up conduit and stuff like that, keeping all your stuff in a straight line. It's essentially allowed me to get rid of my chalk box for the most part. I very rarely use like chalk lines and stuff like that anymore. I just basically get out my laser and start shooting stuff. It just improves the quality of your work overall. But those are the Mini Crossline laser levels from Klein Tools, both currently on sale. The green is part number 93MCLG. The red is part number 93MCLS. If you've got questions, drop those down in the comments below. As always, I hope this video was helpful. You guys stay safe. Have a blessed day. I'll see you on the next video.